Hey, good and talk. It's day 38, and just a real quick update. So I am home in Kingsport. So when I got off on trail, it was a day early. I thought all the vendors were going to be set up, and I'd want to loiter there in Damascus um, tomorrow evening. But instead, hardly any vendors had set up. I'm particularly interested in the lecky pole vendor because I have issues with my poles, and I think I might end up getting a new pair with their lifetime warranty. Um, but yeah, I called my brother John and came on home a little earlier than I had originally anticipated last night. So it's 1:35 or so. I am going to get back to Damascus this evening. I got a lot of stuff I got to do here at home. I haven't even washed clothes yet. I got gear to swap out. I've got actual work to attend to. So, but well, I do have a reservation, if you want to call it that, with one of my brother James's friends who lives in Damascus, and he and I will be staying there with this friend tonight, just out of convenience. So we'll be able to participate in festivities this evening, and for us however long tomorrow I and he choose to stay there. So I still got to make some final plans exactly what our schedule is going to be in that regard. And it looks like, based on the stuff that I have to do and didn't get done yet, I've just been posting videos and catching up with that and checking my email. But it looks like I'm probably going to have to come back here, spend Saturday night again here at home, and maybe even take a full zero again Sunday night, getting back on trail until Monday. We'll see. I kind of hate getting back on trail Sunday because then I'm getting on trail with a huge bubble of people pouring out of Damascus. And I don't really want to do that because I kind of do like getting spots in shelters if I can. So I try to avoid the bulk of the bubble. So either I want to get back on trail a day before Sunday or a day after Sunday. One or the other is my preference. So anyway, that's it. Just want to share that with you. That'll be it for day 38. Um, so see you later. Hey, good morning. Day 39, and I'm back in Damascus. Keegan, see what's behind me? That's the place, the hostel we stayed at. So yeah, I just wanted to take a look at it and see what's changed. They're still around, and it looks like they've actually improved on the place. So um, anyway, I just got I was down at Tent City and trying to get some gear repaired. My new hammock gear underquilt that the mouse chewed a hole in that very first night in Springer Mountain Shelter. I had a piece of Tyvek tape on, and it's held up beautifully. Tyvek tape is really tough stuff, and I had read that after 10 days that becomes kind of permanent. But there's a big Agnes tent with a guy named All In Fix It Man, I think is what he's called, and he repairs just anything. And I showed it to him, and he said pretty much what I thought. I agree with that. That repair is as good as any sewn repair. So just let it be. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use that hammock under quilt anymore anyhow. It's a 10 degree, and I think it's going to be warm enough I can go to my summer weight top quilt under quilt system and save some on my base weight. So that's the plan. The other thing was my lecky poles had a host of issues I won't go into here. I was kind of hoping I'd get a brand new set of poles out of it just because of the myriad issues, but he ended up repairing everything except for the bottom section where I have a shock absorber poles, and the wall of the tubing was wearing thin. Eventually they'll collapse, but they told me just to keep adjusting the position on the tube when I lock it down to basically spread the wear out, which I thought was kind of a cheesy thing to say, but I can't blame them for that, I guess. I can get a lot more life out of them if I do that, but eventually it will wear through to the point where it's going to break, and then the lifetime warranty will kick in and they'll replace those bottom sections, I guess. But they replace virtually everything else. So that worked out well. And that's about it. So just a quick update of where things stand. It's a little bit after 11. I'm going to browse around a little bit more and then pick my brother James up from the place that we're stayed at last night, a friend of his who lives on the outskirts of Damascus. So I'm going to head back into the center of town and maybe look at some vendors some vendor tents. So check in later. Bye. So there's a bit more activity now. It's about 12:30 Saturday. So you see it's pretty busy. This is where I came off the trail. So headed back to the car, go pick James up. Main drag, Laurel Avenue, Damascus. Alright, walking across the Virginia Creeper Trail, part of the Virginia Creeper Trail. Hear the band playing in the background. It's got music going almost continuously here for trail days. This is a nice town. I guess they're having a parade after all.
And I finished October 20th.
There's 2017. There's some folks I know. I don't think they're in order. This is the food and pavilion, food area and pavilion where they have the bands play, obviously. And there's the famous Miss Janet. And here's the infamous Tent City, what's left of it. Some people already left, but it wraps all around and goes up into the woods. This is where most people stay.
Get them quick, ass.
Musical chairs.
Old hippie, part of musical chairs is also knowing musical games. Who can tell me what the name of the Grateful Dead was before they became the Grateful Dead? The Warlocks. What? The Warlocks. Ah, shit! You said that yesterday. You don't count. Next we got number 610. Kayla, 610.
Get someone's snorkel socks and left them on the table.
Thank you very much. My name's Jacob. I'm trying to do an album on trail, so if you like what you're hearing, I have an Instagram page. Might as well plug, 'cause I'm not gonna get a better And well, there was a time that she and I were friends. Well, there was a time that he and I were friends. Well, there was a time that all of us were.
Alright. I know the town show started early. Oh, we are looking for Jonathan. 508.
Well, oh, death, where won't you spend me over till another year? Well, won't you spend me over till another year?
There's two great prizes. One of them is 11 brand partners help us bring together a program we call Backpacker TV. It's going to premiere May 26th, 2 Wednesdays from now, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, good Abend. It's 9:00 p.m. On day 41, Monday. And I am in Kingsport in my humble little abode. And this is crazy, but I've taken 4 0 days. So I came out on Damascus on Thursday. Friday and Saturday were spent at trail days. And then yesterday, Sunday, I ended up putting over 6 hours of work in, working on editing a report that I had done before I left for the trail for one of my employers. So that took a lot longer than I thought, and there's other things I wanted to do. I mean, I went through all my gear. I swapped out gear. I've gone to my summer weight hammock under quilt, top quilt, so I chopped off over a pound there. I've swapped out some clothing. Um, I've got a pound less clothing. I went through the whole miterpack.com and created another list for my new iteration of my pack. So altogether, I've dropped 3 pounds on my base weight from when I started. Let me see what else. I had another pair of. I was going to go back to the Ultras because those Saucony Peregrines. I stated in an earlier video. They were giving me some issues. The repair held up well enough, but the shoes still gave me some issues, and the Ultras are just much more comfortable. So I had another pair of 10.5s, and I wore those Friday and Saturday at trail days, and they were hurting. It's like my feet. I knew my feet were going to grow. That's why I had 3 other pairs of size 11s to use later in the trail, thinking I would never even need to use all 3 of them, maybe 2 out of those 3 pair of the size 11s. I need to go to a size 11 now, so I'll be going back to the Ultras, but going up a half size to a size 11. Yeah, my feet have expanded. Um, so I was going to try to get on the trail today. It just didn't work out. I want to do 12 miles, 9 miles to the next shelter. I could do, but that would be I need to allow 4 hours for that, and there's no way I could get into Damascus the day before 4 p.m. So that just wasn't going to work out. So I just decided to stay here another night and eat breakfast in the morning, and then get on the trail, go up to Damascus, get on the trail. So my parents will be taking me up there. I think that's about it. So I'll end this. So yeah, we'll pick up tomorrow when I get on trail. Okay, good night.